What's up, guys?
What's up, Tree City Church? We are so stoked that you are joining us today. We have a special co-host joining our podcast today, and we're excited to introduce this person in just a little bit.
Yeah, but first we're going to check in, see how we're doing, see if there's any updates from last week's podcast. Pastor Zach, anything new? Anything that you've been, any more woodworking projects or anything?
No, but I got a giant bonfire going on in my backyard right now.
Right this second?
Well, hopefully not right now. I was actually texting a friend a couple weeks ago, and I hate finishing projects. I love building.
Yeah.
But I've screwed up on the stain twice now. Yeah.
What's a proper technique to staining wood?
Yeah. So there's like a time window, that the molecules in the stain that it bonds with the wood, and if you miss this certain windows, the molecules they don't bond correctly, and so it screws it all up. And so
I don't know if you're being serious or not, but that sounded really smart.
Thank you. That's all I go for.
That's impressive.
Yeah, so I'm still woodworking. I've been working out. I'm a little sore.
We can tell.
I know, leg day. Dude, I had to buy a new belt. I've lost some weight. True story.
Leg day.
Yeah, on leg day.
Wow.
Yes.
That's impressive.
Thank you.
Yeah.
What have you been up to, Ryan?
Well, as you can see, I'm doing great. I shaved into the mohawk, or Eurohawk, I think we decided last time. I know a lot of you guys were upset that I didn't go full hawk. I received quite a bit of hate comments. No, I'm just kidding. But
yeah, the Graham kind of they shamed you, man.
They were not about it.
They weren't. They didn't like it.
I still had to remain some sort of dignity, guys, okay? I can't go full hawk right away. But this is my promise to you. If we get to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, very easily done. If we get to 1,000 subscribers, I will let you guys choose whatever you want, and I will shave my head into whatever design or animal or whatever you want me to do.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Hey, Jackson, how many new subscribers did we get last week? Like 10, 12? 30
subscribers.
Dude, we got 10 last week. Caleb's Outdoor Adventure, we're coming for you. Shout out. Dude, you better watch out, man. We're coming. So, So speaking of last week's podcast, we called someone out. We're starting this new segment where we're going to start calling people out. We called out Adam Lyons. Evidently, he did not watch the podcast because he did not send us his video. And so, come on, Adam, where are you at? We were going to get up to like 50 subscribers, but Adam let us down. So
come on.
We also posted a poll on the gram, and we asked how many of you guys were subscribed to the podcast, and
not great.
A lot of you
Not
guys
great.
said you aren't. We even provided a link. We really need your help.
We were expecting all those that number to go up once we put out that poll, but some of you clicked no and then just kept going. Didn't even go subscribe. We're not even asking you to watch the videos. We're just asking for subscribers.
Seriously, it's that simple. Just press subscribe.
As you can see, we're getting pretty desperate.
Yeah. But speaking of all of that, the cool thing about with the Gram is you can see who skips past your story. And this week's episode of We're Calling You Out, it's Drew's mom.
Drew's mom.
We saw you skip over the whole story, Christy Arnold. You have been called out. But the worst part about it all is she stopped on the "Have you subscribed?" and she pressed no.
Oh my goodness!
Just
skip
like a
through
slap
everything except for the one.
That truly matters.
Is she subscribed?
No. She said no on the button.
Drew's mom.
Come on. So come on, Christy. If you need Drew, Christy, or Pastor Dave to help you out, they would love to help you out.
Plenty of resources. Maybe we'll do a tutorial video of how to click subscribe on the YouTube channel.
I like that.
Yeah, that'll be a new segment.
Help. We do. So, all right. Hey, so today our sponsor, we have a very special sponsor. As you can tell, we are in a different location. We are actually in Pastor Jesse's realm.
Yeah.
And Schuster Worship is our sponsor for the day. And so
good.
Here's a little bit of Pastor Jesse and his jam called He Is Holy. Alrighty,
so good. It's my favorite is the vocals.
Oh, okay. I'll fast forward.
No. Oh, I thought that was the whole song. That's great. Yeah.
So go. You can find all of Pastor Jesse's music on Spotify.
That's right.
You can download it illegally. He really likes that. We aren't endorsing downloading stuff
Not at all.
illegally, but he loves it when people pirate music. And so Go find him on Spotify, iTunes. I think Heidi and Craig picked up one of his albums at Goodwill. And so, seriously, you can find him on any platform.
Anywhere. Yeah,
anywhere.
Literally anywhere.
So, Pastor Jesse, if you're listening, make sure you subscribe. But also, thank you for sponsoring us today.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
So, alrighty. Cool. Should we introduce our next segment of the show?
Absolutely. I love new segments.
Yeah. So we have a special co-host today.
Oh, we do?
Yeah.
Wow.
The last couple weeks, we've been kind of giving you a brief introduction to who we are as a church. We talked about our mission and vision of pointing people to Jesus and inspiring them to become a part of that mission. And so today we're going to talk a little bit about the name, Tree City Church. We get that question a lot. Why are you guys Tree City Church? How'd you come up with that? And so we thought it would be very appropriate for us to have on as our first co-host ever, our boss, the one and only Pastor Juan Daniel.
Daniel Hampton.
All right, give it up.
Where is he? Oh, wow. Dude, you've been down there this whole time?
My legs are asleep.
I didn't know he was even down there.
I have
That's
no
crazy.
feeling in my knees right now.
I was trying to keep it going longer.
Well, hey, Pastor Johnny, thank you so much for joining us for our 4th episode ever.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Dude, of course. Anytime.
This is fun.
You have a really good podcasting voice.
You do.
Has anyone ever told you that before?
I have a face for podcasting.
Ooh. I mean, I agree.
That means I'm not very good looking and my voice is...
I didn't say face. I said voice.
I don't know what I can say or agree with because he's my boss. So it's like, yeah, absolutely.
I just want to say I've been watching your guys' podcast.
Yes.
And I'm going to give a shout out to Bigelow Tea today.
Wait.
Oh, no.
Dude, that's
you
not
just
our
crossed the
flavor.
line.
It's not our sponsor, though.
Conflict of
Our
interest.
sponsor is Stash Tea.
What
Shout
do you-
out Stash.
So, Pastor Johnny, opening question for you is,
Yes.
are you subscribed to our podcast?
I am subscribed
Thank
There we
you.
go. That's what we like to hear.
twice.
Oh, dude. You're catching up to Ryan's mom.
Our-
You're catching
our-
my mom. She's
our-
got
our-
19 accounts,
Our
but
family account and my church account.
Nice.
So I get 2 notifications.
sweet.
I
Every
think last
Thursday?
week's podcast got like 40 views or something.
I think so.
Guaranteed you at least 5 of those were from my household.
Well, thank you. We appreciate that.
That's
You
awesome.
guys are on fire.
All I know is if we get over 100 views, you're going to become a permanent
Yeah.
host.
Yeah, a third host.
Because we need those views.
We do.
So,
It's going to go viral.
it
We
is.
need the sponsorships. So maybe you can bring the next sponsorship for
I've got
next
an
week.
idea.
Okay.
Do you?
Perfect.
Okay, all right.
We want to hear that later.
Yeah.
So what have you been doing to thrive during this quarantine? What have you been doing?
Oh man, just lots of projects around the house. You know, we've been staying in, hunkering down. Landscaping,
Wow.
Boring.
boring. I built some barn doors to cover our office entrance. That was pretty sweet.
Very
Wow.
nice. What color?
Just like natural pine.
Ooh,
I love natural
pine.
pine.
Yeah, it's your favorite. I installed a dishwasher last night.
Nice.
By yourself?
Yeah,
What brand?
Wow. That's great.
Whirlpool.
Hey, maybe they'll sponsor us.
Ooh,
Shout out to
Whirlpool, if you're
Whirlpool.
watching.
So the reason why I did that is because for about the last year, our dishwasher started making really loud noise during a cycle. And I have the decibel reader app on my phone. And I kid you not, the decibel was up to 90 decibels, which if you Google like decibels, that's what the inside of an airplane sounds like at altitude.
Whoa.
That's what Pastor Zach actually needs to be able to hear things, actually.
I was
It's so loud.
I was actually going to ask you, be honest. Have you ever used that outside my office?
No, I haven't.
Thank you.
I haven't needed to.
First compliment of the day.
That's
Thank
awesome.
My office is like 4 doors down from Zach's, and I kid you not, I have literally walked down to his office while he's been on the phone and told him to shh. I can hear you talking.
There's no thing as a safe conversation.
dude.
Our dishwasher is now 45 decibels.
Wow.
Cut in half.
Yeah,
Nice.
good.
awesome.
That's awesome.
First world problems.
Seriously. So we got some rapid fire questions from our viewers at home. And
Yeah.
so first question is, what's the last song you were listening to on Spotify?
Ooh, I think it was 21 Pilot song, brand new song. They
Yep.
just released it, I think, a week ago.
Oh,
I think
sweet.
it's called Level of Concern.
Will you sing it for us?
No, I will not.
What about Cornerstone? Will you sing that for us?
No, I already did that once.
All right, next rapid fire question. What movies/TV shows are you currently watching?
We are right now. Our family's been watching a show called The Chosen. Have you heard of it?
Shout out Rocky. Keeps trying to get me to watch that.
Yeah.
And I have not.
So he's one of the reasons why I started watching
Okay,
it.
there you go.
Yeah, I actually listen to my friends.
Is it pretty? Well, yeah.
Oh,
He's
your-
my friend.
I know.
Is it good?
Dude, actually, it's surprisingly, it's amazing. I've it's been recommended to me for a while to watch the last year or so. So, being in the Easter resurrection spirit over the last week, we finally
Right.
turned it on, and I'm I don't know if this is a good thing for a pastor to say or not, but a lot of times like Bible shows are cheesy.
They don't cut the mustard.
They
I hear
yeah,
ya. I hear ya.
whatever that is that. So, but we gave this a chance, and I'm telling you, it's remarkable. It's
okay.
And what's really cool about it is there's a lot of imagination that goes into what's happening between the lines of the story in the Bible,
Okay.
the story of Christ. So I say give it a shot, check it out, and you can watch it for free.
Oh.
There's an app you can download
We love
called
free.
The Chosen.
Okay.
It's different than the scary, crazy thriller movie called Chosen. So
Okay.
that's not what I'm talking about.
Okay, that's why I think I've been held back.
Yeah.
And normally, if it's not Kirk Cameron, I don't really kind of mess with it. So, you know what I'm saying?
We're gonna test Jackson's skills. Jackson, can we put that in the video? The Chosen, a link to it. Perfect. We'll put it in the video so that way
Yeah.
you can just click on it.
Sweet.
Pastor Johnny, Pastor Ryan and I established this last week. Besides the Bible, what book are you reading,
That's a good one.
or books?
I think the last book I read that wasn't like a commentary for writing a sermon
Stumped him.
is called How God Became King.
Ooh.
N.T. Wright.
Would you recommend it?
Ooh.
Yeah. It's really
Enough to put in the comments?
good. Sure.
Okay, Jackson.
I
you
love
had that
N.T.
one.
Wright.
Perfect.
Yeah.
The best.
Yeah. It's good.
All right. Another question. What do you like most about pastoring besides working with Pastor Zach and I? Because that was part of the question. I just.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, besides that, I think I love, I know this sounds like a total cliche answer, but I just love seeing God come to life for people.
Yeah.
I love seeing people do good for the name of Jesus.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's a good
It's
one.
a simple answer.
That's great.
So, if you weren't a pastor, what would your dream job be? We're assuming that
This
this
is
your
my dream job. I mean, seriously,
Good.
it
Yeah.
is. But
It's all right. None of the board members subscribe to our podcast.
not yet. I know why you brought me on here. This thing's gonna go viral.
That's right.
Let's see. I honestly though, I think like as a kid, this is crazy. I don't know if I don't know if either of you ever knew this, but I actually early on in life always wanted to be a mechanic. I love
good one.
working with cars and stuff. So I think it would be really fun to own like a restoration garage for like classic vehicles.
Yeah.
Dream car.
Sweet.
That would be sweet.
What would your dream car be?
Probably like a 1951 Chevy. Like I call them the bubble fender trucks.
Oh,
with
okay.
The curved,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
curved side windows. There's one on the corner of Chinden and McMillan, or Chinden and Eagle. It's a State Farm truck.
Oh,
That
sweet.
red-
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I know.
Very
what you're
cool.
talking
Like
about.
that
Yeah,
kind
yeah.
of a truck.
Hey, so if you're looking for a gift for Pastor Appreciation Month, is
Yeah.
that what you're trying to hit?
Totally. Preferably one that runs.
Yeah, and it actually might need new windows. Shout out to the windshield guy, our last sponsor. If you need new windows, there you go. All right, Pastor Johnny, next one. Oh, this one seems fitting. What's the worst haircut you've ever had, and what grade was it in?
Worst haircut?
Yeah.
I would say I was in college.
Really?
Yeah, it was 1998.
Wow, that's a long time. I mean, okay,
how
cool.
old were you in 1998?
Let's see. I was born in 92, so I was 6.
How many fingers do you
Hey,
have,
if
Ryan?
you ever need someone to help count offering, Ryan's our guy.
I'm a mathematician, so.
Let's see. So I had the same exact haircut my whole life. My mom cut my
Really?
hair. Every haircut I ever got was from my mom growing
What
up.
kind of haircut?
It was like a classic comb over, like
Oh, nice.
PK cut, you know.
Nice, dude.
But I got the idea to try to bleach my hair my freshman year in college.
The whole thing or just the top
No,
part?
just the whole. Just bleach it.
Hey, do you have a picture of it?
Yeah, somewhere I do.
Oh,
I
dude.
Will you
try
send it to
find
me?
it.
We'll
I'll
try
see
and
if
get
I
it.
can find it.
Okay.
We'll put it on the gram.
Yeah.
But I was it just turned orange because I have black hair. Well,
Like
used to be
rust
black, now it's
orange
gray.
or like a neon?
No,
bright
like
orange?
a rust, like the color of your pants. I don't know.
For all
No,
of you
don't do
watching.
it. Don't do it. No.
These are my
Yeah,
pants.
about that color. So they're not really orange, but anyway. So anyway, I did that. It was a total fail. So I just let
Yeah.
my hair grow out a little longer. Like 3 weeks later, I got my hair cut. Well, the roots grew out black. So then I just had like frosted tips, orange frosted tips. Remember when? I don't know if that was a thing in your childhood.
I unfortunately frosted my tips
Dude,
a few times.
I
yeah.
did that same thing. I had the same problem with my hair turning orange. I got made fun of at school. I was in the 8th grade. I literally went home and dumped bleach on my,
my
dude.
goodness.
My head had boils.
Burned.
Like,
no way.
It burned my head.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
True story.
So
That's
I
crazy.
mean, it was a bad haircut.
Yeah.
With that said, that's about the time I started dating Joy, and we will now this year be celebrating 20 years of marriage. So
Oh, that's awesome. So you're
cross
gonna,
the
all right,
tips.
you
are
hear
you gonna bring it
secrets of
back? Are you
success.
gonna bring it back for the anniversary? That haircut?
We'll see.
You heard it here. If you want to marry or date your future spouse,
There you go.
I tell you what,
bleach your hair.
if we can get this podcast to 1,000 subscribers,
I'm with you, dude. I'll do it with you. Yeah, 1,000 subscribers.
Oh man. Hey, so what was your nickname in high school?
my nickname was Hammy.
Hammy.
I got called Ham or Hammy all the time.
Please
Short,
explain.
short for Hampton. I don't know.
Oh, that makes sense. I thought you
Yeah.
really liked ham or something.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's see. If you had to pick one TikTok dance, what dance would you choose? Are you familiar with TikTok dances?
I actually Googled a few.
Oh, nice.
Picked my favorite.
Did you pick it?
I picked one.
All right,
yeah.
you mind showing us some moves?
What's it
Well,
called?
It's called If I Had the Muscles of Superman's Trainer
Okay.
by some rapper dude.
I
don't know.
legit am not
Chance,
familiar
the
with
rapper?
this.
Yeah, Chance. That
Oh,
guy.
Chance.
Yeah.
He's a great guy. I am unfamiliar with this dance. Would you mind showing us?
Well, so it goes something like this, this, and then you have to jump and clap between your legs.
Wow.
That's like a lot of coordination.
That's-
So yeah,
It's
so
a
it's like-
cardio workout.
I got muscles like Superman's trainer.
Yeah.
Nice, dude.
Very
Why,
nice.
why is that your favorite dance?
Superman's my favorite superhero,
Gotcha. Perfect.
and I have muscles like his trainer.
Sweet.
What advice do you have for young people?
Oh man, so much advice. I was a youth pastor for a long, long time before I became a lead pastor.
What's
and
better? I'm just kidding. You don't have to. You don't have to answer. You don't have to answer.
Being a lead youth pastor.
How do you get that job?
Sounds sweet. Yeah.
One of the things I have told young people forever is just to surround yourself with good people. Like I think that's just basic life, but that's to me that's a twofold thing. Surround yourselves with good people and be a good person that other people want
Nice.
you in
Boom.
their life with.
We found our first series back.
Yeah, absolutely. I have one more question for you, me
Yeah.
personally. This is on here, but I'm really nervous asking this question because I don't want to hear the answer really, but I mean, we already all know the answer, but who is the fastest intern?
I've been hearing you guys debate about
It's
this
not really debate.
for like 2 years.
It's been
And
going
so
on for a
here,
while.
I'm just going to settle this.
Okay.
Like, this is it, once and for all. So, I was once an intern,
Oh my goodness.
so I'm going to go ahead and tell you that I am the fastest one there is. So, let's just call
All right.
it.
Hey,
So good.
seriously, the first Wednesday night
That's
back.
so
The
good.
first Wednesday night back, we're having a race.
Oh, we are.
We are
Yeah.
having a race.
Tyson,
And
the tallest intern, Gusman, I'm calling you out.
you better travel 8 hours to get back here for that Wednesday night. But right now, Tyson,
Yeah.
Ryan, and Pastor Johnny. They're all racing.
Oh,
First Wednesday night back.
dude, Pastor Johnny is
Are you
he's
scared?
fast.
Are you scared?
Yeah.
Skirt, as they say.
Look how aerodynamic he is. He's fast. Like, there's no. I mean, my hawk kind of helps me out a little bit, but I don't know. Anyway.
Alrighty. Well, hey, let's
sorry.
let's move into kind of the main content for today. Pastor Johnny, how did we decide on the name Tree City Church?
Well, we wanted a name that was going to kind of be timeless, and wanted to try to stay away from names that were like adjectives that I think over time could wear out or kind of become like redundant, or if a name that wasn't attached with a certain like person or style or whatever. And so we wanted to pick something that connected with like our community and the history, and something that it didn't matter if it was me or you guys or anybody else. Tree City Church was something that would connect with the life of this church for generations. And so we landed on that name because it connected with the story of this area, this valley. And so that was important to us.
Great.
Kind of being a long-standing church. I mean, we were established in 1903, and so we're a 117-year-old church now, and so we wanted something that was that the name spoke to that history.
That's crazy. That's an old church.
Yeah.
Wow. So, next question. So name Tree City Church. What does our name mean?
So the history that it's connected to, I don't know how familiar you are with Idaho State history, Ryan.
No, I'm not.
Yeah. So
History in general?
I want to give you. Here's what you can do: is in your downtime quarantine, go find a Idaho State history book from fourth grade. Fourth graders.
Fourth grade.
Fourth graders learn this. So
Really?
what's kind of cool about the name of our church is that Tree City Church is if a fourth grader begins to learn Idaho history, they will learn why we are named Tree City Church, which is kind of cool. So.
Sweet.
Every kid in the state of Idaho at some point learns this story.
Cool.
So, but it really connects with the discovery of this valley. And so, long time, about 40 years before our church was established, was when sort of the moniker City of Trees was established for the Boise Valley in this area. And so the story goes that there's a guy named Captain Bonneville. He was leading a discovery group of travelers, of trailblazers from the east to the west, and they were traveling through the high desert mountains of Idaho, what is now Idaho, and not knowing if they were going to survive. They were getting hot and tired and hungry and running out of resources. And there's actually an area right on the east side of Boise called Bonneville's Point now, where you can climb up to and look out and see the ridgeline that they crossed over. And it looks down on the valley where you can see the river, you can see the green, the trees.
Sweet.
And so for them, it became a symbol of life and a symbol of hope. And so that's actually the landmark that they would send back. They wrote in journals, there's journal entries you can actually read and find that say, when you've traveled far, when you think you're going to die, you don't think you're going to live any longer, you're going to cross a ridge and you're going to look down and you're going to see life. And you will know that you will live. So we read that, we thought about that, and we thought that's exactly what we're trying to do as a church. That's who we are. We're pointing to the one who can provide life. For all of the wandering travelers coming through, people pioneering new things in their lives, just wondering if they're ever going to make it, for us to go, just wait. There is hope, and you will discover it. And one day you will wake up and you will see that you are going to live, and it's all going to be good. There's a river of life. There's a verdant valley of hope for you. So that's where we landed.
That's cool. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Was there any other names that made the cut or that were on the list besides Tree City Church?
Yeah. So I can remember we had a meeting. We were sitting in a conference room at a local bank, actually, where we just used some space. We got out of the office and we were sitting there and we were racking our brains. What could we rename our church? And And we were throwing out all kinds of things, and we were tired. And I mean, we talked about like Crossroads, you know, because Eagle and McMillan, I don't know,
Right.
but there's a Crossroads church in the valley. We talked about something with Valley, but there's several Valley churches. We talked about Eagle. There's obviously Eagle churches, you know. So what are we? I mean, we're a Boise church on Eagle Road, and across the street is Meridian, you know. So we were like Tri-Cities, or you know, what are we? So then we started thinking about landmarks, like what kind of landmarks in there. We thought about like Table Rock,
The Rock,
stuff like that. My favorite one that I obviously knew was going to make the cut. I thought we could be. What if we were a bogus church? We are the bogus Church of the Nazarene.
This is your opportunity to throw someone under the bus. Did you come up with that, or did someone else?
Probably Jeremy Presley.
I
That
can't
sounds like
remember.
Jeremy Presley kind of move.
I don't know. Who do you remember?
I don't, but
That's awesome.
I don't know. It was
Pastor Jesse.
Yeah, we'll blame him.
Today's
it's
sponsor.
probably Schuster Music. So anyway, but in all seriousness, it was one of those things. And speaking of Pastor Jesse, he was the one that actually we were sitting there, and he leans back, and goes, "I got it," and he said, "Tree City Church," and we all just like literally we just looked at each other and all just sort of sat in silence for a second, and we were like, "Huh." And then we started thinking about the story of the valley and the history, and we're like, "This is it. This has got to be it."
That's awesome.
It was
just clicked.
It was kind of like a cool group discernment, like time of like we're throwing out all of these names, and like we just knew instantly. It's kind of a cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Feeling.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, the second to last one here. How has Tree City Church can we live into the meaning of our name of providing shade in the desert during this time we find ourselves in?
Well, I think, I've been listening to the things you guys have been talking about for the past, few weeks.
Thanks for those views.
I'm a loyal follower.
Make sure you watch it on different devices for us.
Mostly because I want to try to get a jump on the fires I have to put out. Emails I'm going to be getting from parents and stuff.
That's fair.
But you guys have nailed it though. Just how we can be reaching out to our neighbors and sending text messages and things like that. And I've just been hearing stories that I think have been really neat over the last several weeks about people just helping people troubleshoot their devices and connecting to Zoom calls and finding our services online and just checking in on people. This last Sunday, Easter Sunday, we put the challenge out there for people, and I think I would encourage the three of you listening to this to do this week.
Dude, it's sad when you're getting roasted by your,
seriously. Hey, but shout out to the three. Appreciate it.
2 of those will be my children. So, and Jackson.
Just because he has to edit it.
But to write down the words "rescued from" and then fill in the blank. And what's been neat is actually those have been flooding in. Just
That's
seeing.
so good.
Because to me, it's a simple testimony. Like,
Yeah.
we can't tell people, we can't convince people of finding shade in the desert and the oasis they can find in Christ if we can't testify to ourselves. I mean, God's word said, always be prepared to give an example and to be able to talk about your faith.
So good. Yeah.
And so just simply to say, what is God rescued you from in your life? Or what is rescuing you from? Because our stories aren't over. They're still being written. So I just want to encourage you to do that and post it on the gram, DM these guys,
That's
whatever, and hashtag He is risen.
Yeah,
And
cool.
Absolutely.
how is that being displayed in your life? That alone, I think, has made a huge impact on people's lives because those stories are being shared. And I mean, I know for me personally, I have friends that I share my testimony with online, or they friend me or follow me, and they find out I'm a pastor, and they see the things I say and do, and it's planting seeds in their lives.
Right,
And
absolutely.
so I just think little things like that are huge.
It's great.
Yeah. Cool. Our closing question for you today is this: who would you recommend to sponsor us for next week? Call them out right now.
I
Call 'em
thought
out.
about this actually. I'm gonna take this in a different direction.
Oh, man.
Oh dear. Maybe we'll stop it right now.
I
Hey,
think-
thank you
It
for
was nice having you on the podcast.
I think your sponsor next week should be bro tanks. And you guys all smash that thumbs up button. Let's like that. Let's share this. Bro tanks, and I want to see you guys wearing bro tanks next week for your
Sounds
podcast.
like a personal thing. You just want to see us in bro tanks, dude.
Are you gonna buy them?
Sponsored by Bro Tanks.
Are you gonna buy them for us?
Tree City Church Bro Tanks.
Are you?
Boom.
Well, I don't know if you guys made those yet.
I don't think we have.
Because no one wants to see me in a bro tank.
Nobody wants that yet.
Although I have been working out, so maybe
can
it's
tell.
maybe it's
Yeah,
the time.
it's great.
You know? So. Cool.
All right.
Well, hey, Pastor Johnny, thank you so much for,
Thanks for having me. That was
for
fun.
joining
Yeah,
us.
absolutely.
You guys are awesome.
We hope you heard and you were encouraged today, and we want to just echo that of if you haven't watched Easter Sunday service, go back, watch it. It's
Yeah,
a very
so good.
powerful service, but we want to encourage you to respond to that challenge. What has Christ rescued you from? And so fill that out, tag us at Tree City Church Youth or at the church or at Tree City Church. But we hope that in all that we say and do that you know that you are loved by
Absolutely.
at least the three of us,
Yeah.
but a church that loves you so much. But more importantly, there's a God that loves you and wants to rescue you as
Yeah.
well. Have a great week. We
See you
love
guys.
you.